Slaanesh was not born slowly. There was no age of worship. No gradual ascension. No centuries of growing belief. He was born in a single, catastrophic instant, the moment an entire civilization reached the same conclusion at once. The ancient Eldar had achieved what most species never would. They had mastered survival. They had eliminated scarcity, war, and fear. Their empire stretched across the stars, unchallenged and unthreatened. They were not ignorant. They were not crude. They were refined beyond necessity. And that refinement became their undoing, with no enemies left to fear, and no limits left to overcome. Perfection lost meaning. Routine replaced wonder. Repetition replaced discovery. What once felt transcendent became predictable. Boredom crept in, not as emptiness, but as dissatisfaction. A sense that something essential was missing. So the Eldar turned inward. They explored sensation the way others explored territory. They dissected emotion. They refined pleasure into art and art into obsession. Joy was measured, catalogued, intensified. But pleasure fades. And what fades must be sharpened to be felt again. Every experience had to be stronger than the last. Every sensation deeper. Every indulgence more complete. What began as curiosity became necessity. What began as freedom became dependence. Across the Eldar Empire, billions of minds resonated with the same thought, not spoken aloud, but felt. More. That desire did not whisper into the warp. It detonated. Reality buckled under the weight of unrestrained craving. The immaterium convulsed. And in that instant, excess took form. Slaanesh was born fully awakened, a god without infancy, a hunger without bottom, a consciousness shaped entirely by desire that had forgotten restraint. The eye of terror tore open. The Eldar Empire collapsed in a single heartbeat. Trillions of souls were devoured, not in malice, but inevitability. Slaanesh was not born from pain. He was born from abundance. From a civilization that had everything, and discovered that everything was still not enough. Slaanesh is not the god of pleasure. Pleasure satisfies. Pleasure ends. Slaanesh is the god of obsession. Obsession does not seek fulfillment. It seeks escalation. Where other chaos gods destroy openly, through violence, decay, or manipulation, Slaanesh destroys quietly, by convincing mortals that satisfaction lies just beyond their reach. Every desire becomes a benchmark. Every success becomes insufficient. Every achievement exists only to justify the next escalation. This is Slaanesh's true danger. He does not tempt with degradation. He tempts with improvement. Fulgrim, Primarch of the Emperor's Children, exemplifies this tragedy. He was not weak. He was not corrupt. He was disciplined, cultured, and driven by the pursuit of perfection. Excellence was not enough. It had to be absolute. At first, this pursuit elevated him. His legion refined their art, their combat doctrine, their aesthetics. They sought harmony in war, beauty in destruction, elegance in discipline. But perfection has no finish line. Every flawless victory raised expectations. Every success narrowed tolerance for imperfection. Soon, anything less than transcendence felt like failure. Slaanesh did not seduce Fulgrim. He validated him. He whispered that Fulgrim's standards were justified, that limits were excuses for the mediocre, that restraint was a betrayal of potential. The Emperor's children did not fall because they desired pleasure. They fell because they refused to accept imperfection. Slaanesh's demons embody this imbalance. Demonettes are not avatars of indulgence. They are avatars of hunger. Grace sharpened into predation, beauty twisted into need. They exist to remind mortals that when desire outpaces fulfillment, what remains is not joy, but compulsion. Slaanesh does not force indulgence. He waits for discipline to become fixation, for ambition to become addiction, for mastery to become slavery. And once obsession takes hold, there is no return to moderation. In the 41st millennium, Slaanesh no longer requires civilizations to sustain him. He thrives within individuals. In quiet dissatisfaction. In unspoken longing. In the belief that what you are is not enough. The Imperium believes itself protected from excess. It enforces austerity, purity, and repression. But repression does not destroy desire. It concentrates it. Artists seek forbidden inspiration to feel something genuine. Warriors chase impossible standards to justify their worth. Nobles drown in luxury. Not for joy, but to escape emptiness. Even virtue feeds Slaanesh. Loyalty pushed beyond reason. Duty refined into self-destruction. Honor elevated above life itself. Perfectionism is Slaanesh's most subtle weapon. The belief that rest is weakness. That satisfaction is complacency. That improvement must never stop. Khorne needs war. Nurgle needs despair. Tzeentch needs hope. Slaanesh needs dissatisfaction. As long as mortals believe that fulfillment lies one step further, that contentment is failure, that desire must always escalate, Slaanesh endures. Because the most dangerous addiction is not pleasure. It is the belief that satisfaction is something you must earn, and that once earned, it must immediately be surpassed. In a galaxy that demands perfection without mercy, the Prince of Excess does not need to hunt. He does not need to tempt. He only needs to wait. Because eventually, everyone wants more.